When it comes to Shein fashion, I've been catfished a lot. The photos that they use to sell the products online make everything look so beautiful and so high quality, and then combine that with the dirt cheap pricing, and even now I find that hard to resist. But what about their shoes? I never really hear anybody talk about them, but yet I can probably reverse search at least half the shoes on Shein and find them on Amazon or Etsy for twice, maybe even 3 times the price. So we are gonna be trying them out today to find out once and for all, is Shein serving up style or straight up scams? And to do that, we're gonna tiptoe into the waters with the first pair, and this is what they look like. This is a kind of a sculptural black faux leather mule, and I paid $35.96 for these, and they're currently on clearance for $25. Not gonna lie, I'm a little salty about the $10 price difference. And as you can see, it's a relatively simple shoe, but it's also giving off this interesting editorial villain energy with the slanted dagger-like stiletto, and then combine that with the modern split front peep toe. And then of course, we can't ignore the gold hood ornament. I don't know why, but I want to call it a bunion. Maybe because it's just this little nubbin that's hanging out, but I like it, and it's forever gonna be called a bunion. The $1 million question though is the quality. And while I will say that it does have its flaws for sure, I mean, we are talking about Shein here. It has some hot glue or some industrial glue that's hanging out on the bunion, and I find that the manner in which that is attached to the shoe, it is a little messy. Other than that though, and I know, color me surprised, I was not expecting to like these. They are really great, and when you're wearing them, you don't notice any of the flaws. They look really high end. They're not very comfortable, but I mean, neither are Christian Louboutins, let's be real. So I don't know, they're smart, they have an attitude, and it's exactly what I'm looking for my upcoming fall wardrobe. Speaking of wardrobe planning for fall, nothing screams like rich autumnal vibes quite like suede and Oxblood. I think Oxblood is probably my all-time favorite fall color. And spoiler alert, but this is the shoe that I formed this whole video around. She is that girl. First of all, I love the dichotomy of the kind of a dainty, delicate silhouette, and then in combination with the architectural intrigue and depth. Like, this is the quiet luxury that I am so here for, and it's $18, y'all. I paid $18. This shoe has it all. It's comfortable, it's easy to walk in, it's super soft with a faux leather insole, and then combine that with a unique heel. It's a little moody, a little femme fatale, and it looks good from the top, from the sides, from the back, you name it. The absolute best detail though has got to be the hook clasp. And I have other Shein shoes that I purchased a couple of years ago with the exact same mechanism, and it makes it so easy. It's just effortless. You don't have to sit there and fumble around with tiny little buckles when you're wearing tight pants. The only real downside that I can come up with when it comes to these shoes is originally when I took them out of the packaging, they had an overwhelming odor. It was that like industrial glue. If you've purchased shoes from Temu, you probably already know, but like they don't smell at all anymore. So they had a good day and a half to kind of air out, and then I didn't smell them, or maybe I'm just used to it. And then I don't know if you can tell, but they have this misspelling on the insole. So I'm thinking that it came from like a higher end fashion house and they duped it and then didn't know exactly what it said. So they put some stuff on here. It reminds me of like SpongeBob Doodle Bob. I'm really hoping that these bad boys hold up for the remainder of the summer and then into the fall, because I plan on wearing these out, you hear me? I love them. Next pair is going to be more of a summertime shoe in my opinion. It still has the mixed materials just like the last pair that I showed you with the faux suede insole, but this one is gonna have the fabric straps. Talk about a minimalist daydream here. It has a soft knotted upper that's given this beachy vacation, linen pants, and a breeze vibe. But once again, it has that contrast with the angular geometric heel, and that is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for function meets fashion. You know what I'm talking about? Like comfort, but not boring, and a little bit of lanyard. And I think that's the very philosophy of this sandal. Also, I just want to add, since you're sitting here enduring this video, that I apologize for the status of my feet. They are torn down and I'm in desperate need of a pedicure, a painting, some very aggressive cheese grating, okay? I couldn't sell pictures of my feet even if I wanted to, let me just say that. Speaking of feet, if you're familiar with the show Sex and the City, tell me that these shoes are not like vaguely similar to the episode in which Charlotte gets the shoes for free from the foot fetish salesman. I think his name was Buster.
Because these beautiful feet are tired and they need a little rub.
So yeah, they're comfortable, they're easy to walk in, they have little grippies underneath so you won't be slipping and sliding all over the place. And best of all, they were $19. Finally, I have a pair of shoes that I think would constitute as Mary Janes. Are these Mary Janes? Does the little strap here make them Mary Janes? I'm not sure. What attracted me to them initially was that upon first glance, they look like a regular traditional shoe. Yes, they're black patent leather. Yes, they have a chunky heel. But when you dig a little deeper, they're a little bit off the beaten path with this very interesting, like irregular toe bed. It's super angular and unique, and I love that. And then the night that I got these shoes and I wore them around, I had a dream that I was wearing Trisha Paytas duck nails. And is there any correlation?
I only want duck nails. I'm only about the duck nails.
These are super easy to walk in though. The soles are clingy. It has a chunky heel that is great. And I seriously believe that the shoes that you buy at like department stores and like Shoe Carnival are made in the exact same manufacturing plant as the ones that are sold at Shein and at Temu. In fact, I bought my daughter a pair of high heel shoes one time for her high school graduation. This was a couple of years ago. And when she was getting ready to walk across the stage to get her diploma, poor baby, I felt so bad, but her shoes, like the heels, literally collapsed. They had nothing left to give. It reminded me so much of those TikToks where it's like, walk a mile in these Louboutins.
Walk a mile in these Louboutins.
So when it comes to Shein shoes, I can't be mad at them. Like 3 out of the 4 were well above average quality. They had one that was just a little bit, had a couple of issues, but really and truly, it's better than a lot of the stuff that I've bought, and it's way better than Shein fashion. Like Shein fashion is almost scammy level. Like there needs to be some sort of regulation there. I also bought a couple of hair accessories to share with y'all, and then I got them in the mail and I was like, there is no way in hell that I'm gonna be sharing these. They're so ugly and they're just ridiculous, but I figured for shits and gigs that I would share it with y'all. So the first thing that I got is this hair clip. And honestly, it does the job. It cost me $1. That's probably not even what it's worth. I don't like the color, so I'm probably gonna paint it, but at least it works in my hair. So I can't really complain about that. The second thing actually made my blood boil. I was looking online on the Shein website for banana clips and I was reading 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. This is the only banana clip that I've ever found that held my thick ass hair. And I'm like, sister, sold. You got me. I'm gonna buy it. And this is what I get. This, I'm telling you, like people who give a 5-star review for like 10 cents off your next purchase, it's diabolical. I'm telling you, I can't get over it. What am I supposed to do with this? All right, y'all, that is gonna do it for this Shein shoe review. I hope y'all found this video helpful, enjoyable, and a little bit informative. If you did, please give it a like and a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate each and every one of ya. Please stay safe and stay healthy in this wild, crazy, weird world that we're living in. And I'm gonna be seeing y'all very, very soon. Bye.